Hello, hello. Test, test. Hey there, friends. I am going to try something new, and you can watch it, don't watch it. I don't know how long it'll be, but we are going to do a little POV from a game of League of Legends I just played, and I am going to do my best to talk through it and explain what was going on. And maybe you'll learn a thing or two about League. And maybe this won't be anything, and maybe I'll never show it to you, but maybe it'd be really fun. Okay, we'll explore together. So let's take a look at the League of Legends scoreboard to see the team compositions. So up here we've got Ornn in the top lane, yours truly. I wonder if I can actually change interface, show, or no, game interface, show, champion name. Sorry, I immediately got distracted, but I improved it. So instead of my name, Swicane, which you can still see up there, you actually see Ornn, Kled, Yorick, Yasuo and Twisted Fate, Graves, Ashe, Alistar, Senna, and Seraphine. You see the champion names, which you don't usually get to see, so I thought that would be helpful. Okay, so here's the team compositions. It is Ornn, Graves, Twisted Fate, Ashe, and Alistar versus Kled, Yorick, Yasuo, Seraphine, and Senna. So the first thing we think about, let's just look at our individual champions. I'm Ornn. I'm a tank. Let's click on me. Okay, here you can see my abilities too. Holy shit, there's actually so much info here. Okay, I've got, 4 abilities like anyone else. Let's talk about my passive first. My passive it's a lot of text. Don't worry about it. I basically get extra tanky, and once I can actually build my own items in lane instead of having to go back to shop to buy them with my gold. Because I'm a blacksmith, which is pretty cool. And basically after level 13, every time I level up, I get to upgrade not only one of my items, but then one of my teammates' items. So mine at 13, and then the next 4 levels would be the other 4 teammates. And I get to pick and upgrade them in any order I see fit. So if someone gets fed, cough cough the Graves, it makes sense to maybe upgrade their item first and make them even stronger. Which you will see here. I felt like I played really well this game. It was quite fun. There was some ups and downs. I hope it's a fun one to check out. Yeah, I'm not going to go through and talk about all the comps. Basically, ours has really good pick potential because her pick means catching someone out. So it's not like a full 5v5 team fight, but it's like maybe it's like 3v1. So how do you get a 3v1? Anyone who's smart, they'll just run away from you. So you have to have some way to hold them in place, and that is the beauty of CC. So basically, she's got CC, crowd control, and he's got crowd control, and I've got crowd control. And then he's got the damage, and he's got crowd control. So we just have a ton of crowd control, which is how you get a pick. And yeah, it's very nice. Because then if you get a pick first, they can either give the objective up, or they can fight you 4v5, and then you get to kill them and then take the objective afterward. So pick comps can be quite fun, especially in a chaotic environment like Solo Q. Let's just run it. So first person, let's talk about Kled. Kled here, the skin is, I don't even know how to describe it. He's riding a Dalmatian. Normally it's like a lizard, but this is like a for fun skin. My beautiful skin is called, I don't know what it's, Elderwood. It has a nice tree vibe. Okay, Kled, very strong early. Very, very strong early. He's what's called a lane bully. He's a bully because he can just take your lunch money and he's supposed to dominate the lane. But the trade-off there is if he does not dominate the lane, he falls off very hard and becomes giga useless. So basically, he's going to look to fight me really early and snowball that into a lead where he can then just kind of take over the map. And what we say is 1v9. We'll see if that happens. He's got a weird passive interaction. His passive, which I realized I didn't even get to the other Ornn abilities, but his passive is basically he has 2 health bars. He's got 1 health bar when he's mounted. When you take that health bar down, he falls off his mount, and he gets another health bar. So very strong early for kind of complicated reasons, but the short of it is sustained damage is pretty low at the beginning of the game, so just having a really big health bar is a really big advantage. That's kind of the short of it. And then damage ramps up over time, and his double health bar doesn't really matter that much. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. One ability, he throws out a little bear trap on a rope, and the other ability, he tries to dash in. This one is like, he autos a lot faster, and this one he does a big old charge. So basically, go, go, go. He's a cavalry unit. He's trying to go in. And he's trying to fight early and often, because he's very strong right now. I am a tank. You saw my passive was like upgrading my friends' items past level 13, which is like so long from now. So clearly I'm what's called scaling. I get strong later. But Ornn is kind of the reason people think Ornn is kind of busted is not only do I get really strong later, I'm actually pretty strong now and can hold my own in this 1v1. So I don't even know how many minutes in. We're 6 minutes in, and I haven't even started the clip. Concerning. Maybe if anyone ever does watch this, watch it in multiple sittings. Okay. We're going to hit play. And I'm going to try to play myself some music, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Okay. Let's go up here. We'll go manual camera. Oh. Sorry, I'm just kind of figuring out how the camera works. We're just going to go POV. I just went Ornn POV. Okay. But I just like can't click on anything. Oh, I need it back all the way up. If I'm smart, I'll just edit all this and post. But and that's why it's annoying, because then I have to click on him again. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Sorry, I got a lot of loss in it there. Let's talk about Ornn. I've got a little. My Q is I throw out a little pillar that then becomes like a little pillar on the map for a while. Right there, I used it and I missed. He hit me with his Q. He's got the advantage there, and that's why my health bar went down further than his. Bad trade by me. Alright, we're contesting minions again. I just got a grasp proc. That has to do with a rune that we can talk about later. I leveled up first. I have 2 abilities. He has 1. I should look to fight. He fights me anyway. This should be big winning for me. And it's really not, because he has that second health bar. Okay, he's about to level up here. He does. I'm waiting on my cooldowns. You can see them top left. I just get 1. Okay, we both flash, and then he gets his auto off first and ends up living with, honestly, so little HP. Let's check in. He had 8 HP, which is so crazy. That's so close. Quite sad. Your hero dies very quickly. Alright, I'm TPing, teleporting back to lane. You can see my teleport goes on cooldown. He's really low. I'd love to go and kill him. He's not going to let me. We're just going to keep the POV on me to try to just keep it focused. But all you got to know is that my team got double kill. Oh, wait. I need to change Fog of War. Okay, we see they're still fighting this guy. Graves gets a 3rd one. Let me make it just for blue. So now you see what I see. I don't want it to ever have a directed camera. Or, like, I guess I kind of do, but I just want it on Ornn. I don't know, it's fine. We are fighting again. And I was getting distracted by controls. Cool. We're just going to leave it like this. Okay, he got the drop on me there. He leveled up to 4. I leveled up to 3. I feel like I should explain. Okay. Cool. We're both level 3 here. We're both fighting for prio, trying to use our abilities on each other. I get a good little trade, but then his last auto right there, after his rune activated, got a big chunk on me. But you can see that gray health bar above his red one is his first health bar, and it's honestly getting pretty low. But he got a level up right as he engaged a trade. If I saw he was level 4, I wouldn't have let him trade on me like that. Unfortunately, he did it right as he leveled up. Well played to him. If it was intentional, I kind of doubt it. But in pro, it would be. Okay, that was me using my passive to build an item. My Graves is pinging that it wants to go to the crab. I'm trying to keep this guy interested without losing too much of my health bar. He gets pretty aggressive and is going for what's called a demolish proc, which hurts the tower. He gets scared, hits me. I have to ram into my own thing right there. Honestly, a bit of a misplay by yours truly. Graves slows him down. He's doing damage, and I get my abilities on him, and I get the kill. Because Graves already got a triple kill, it's honestly, I think, good for me to get that kill. If Graves didn't have any kills, it would be really bad for me to get that kill. Basically, because we need to get Graves snowballing, because he's our damage. But because he's already 3 kills at 4 minutes, it honestly is better to spread that gold a little bit more, in my opinion. Because then all of our eggs are in one basket, and I can get more done on the other side of the map, since now I also have a lead. And I have like the confidence lead of like, I've got a fed ass Graves walking through the jungle. Cool. I am walking back to lane. Let's bring up tab. I know we don't talk about items much, but the items, let's see. Yeah, you can see right here is Doran's shield. That's the item we start with. I built ruby crystal cloth armor, so basically health and armor against physical damage. Kled does physical damage. York does a little bit of both, but mostly physical. Yasuo does physical. She does magic, and she does physical. So honestly, basically all physical. Although I probably should have built a little more MR than I actually did, but maybe not, honestly. I think it was fine. I was kind of thinking it as no MR, but maybe Jack Show would be good. Anyway, sorry. We are now fighting again. I'm going to back up. You guys don't care about items. Cool. We're back on Ornn. No, we're not back on. Now we're back on Ornn. I'm sure there's a keyboard shortcut for that. I'll learn it later. Okay. So he gets his waves pushed in, looks to trade on me. He gets a decent trade. I get a decent trade back. He cancels my dash because he gets that little yank back on his. So that was not well played by me. He's being aggressive right now. Like, way too aggressive. And it's like, sometimes works. It's called proxying, but I think it did make me miss cannon there. And now he's hitting my minions while I'm trying to catch his. He's losing his health bar. I'm losing minions because the tower is taking him. But he has to take the minions all on his own. So it's just an aggressive strategy. Something you only do when you're much stronger. Boom. He is not much stronger. I get the kill. Honestly, yeah, he has to play aggressive to snowball. That felt like clearly not the move. He lost way too much of his health bar under my tower before he did that. Trying to get that demolish proc and then proxy. He should have chosen one or the other. Okay, let's keep going. I am now in an interesting spot where I have gold from that kill. I know he has to walk back to lane because he already used his teleport. And I'm trying to think, should I base or should I build up a slow wave and try to crash this tower and then base, which is what I'm doing here. So I'm just last hitting to build up my wave, which means more and more blue ones while fewer and fewer red ones, minions. He's now being aggressive again, where like my wave's really big, and he's fighting in the middle of it, so my minions are all hitting him. That's why he's just getting rocked here. I did miss that knock-up, a little unfortunate. But I've got my ult, and honestly, his first health bar is getting really low. Why does he let me free hit here? Yeah, I mean, when I watched this back, it felt like I was really cool when I was doing it, but now when I see him, it just looks like he's trolling, like he's tilted or something. I don't know. He's, like, just letting me kill him. So, yeah, at the end, they were like all chatting at each other, telling us to report them because they were all bad, and mad. Anyways, we'll just say I did a good thing by not letting him play like a baboon. and give me some credit instead of just dogging on him. But that's the league way. That's why league's kind of toxic, is because you basically, it's easier to see someone else's misplays than it is to see your correct decision. Cool. I get the wave pushed in here, all those little plus 14s. Oh, this is a funny, yeah. I'm trying to back, but I'm also just like kind of being pretty casual with it because it feels like we've got a giga lead, but now that I see it, it's only 1k, but I'm playing like a madman, and I know I have Graves here, and so I'm trying to just keep him interested until Graves can get here. I have a good little knock up there. He flashes. I could have flashed and slowed him. I thought I had a different read than Graves. Graves said, okay, I'm going to go flash in and kill him, and I said, let's just shove the wave. Maybe there's a dive, maybe not. These are like split-second decisions, so it makes sense that they're not 100% in sync. I'm pinging that I've got TP, which is basically communicating, hey, I think you're okay to start that because we're ahead. I can just teleport back to full health, full resources. He stops my back because they probably have vision there. I don't know they have vision there. That's why vision is very relevant. I'm still trying to get back, to be honest, and he's like kind of annoyed, and so he's just going to try to annoy me as much. Cool, I got the back. The reason he didn't come cancel it is because minions were dying, and he'd had to give up the gold for killing those minions to cancel my back. Honestly, kind of surprised he didn't, but that was why. Okay, Graves is kind of still hovering. Now he's walking back to his jungle, so I have to act like I don't just have him in my back pocket. And I don't know where their jungler is, so I basically have to think I could be in a 1v2 at any point. And unless I see him, I know where he is. So really, it's not smart for me to initiate a fight right now until he shows somewhere on the map, and I know it's not in my face. You can see on the mini-map, I do have a little ward there to give me a little bit of vision, so like that, if he crosses that one pocket, that one intersection, I'll see him. That little circle that's lit up or whatever near me. But you can see the rest of the river is dark. So he could walk through that and be right up on me right now, and it would not be good. That being said, I am just ramming in because this guy's fighting me, and York is now showing bot. I didn't realize that, but I just wanted to fight him because he was fighting me. Because if someone hits you, you hit him back. That's the rule of top lane. They hit me, I hit them. Oh, that was actually pretty sick by me. Holy shit. Oh, but I actually remember I didn't get that. Okay. We're going to go back. Oh. We're going to go back and break down this fight. And I honestly am going to do it in slow-mo because I'm obnoxious and obsessed with my own ability, but my inability to figure out how to do this. Okay. So I click this to follow Ornn. I'm going to slow down the speed, which is minus. And I can speed it up with plus. We are at 18 minutes. Okay, we're just going to keep going. So I'm speeding it way down. Right now, I don't have my Q up. You can see in the bottom right hand. Oh, I just used 2 of my abilities. I'm just like not paying attention. He sees I use 2 of my abilities and says, all right, 2 of his cooldowns are down. Let's fight him. I got my Q back up, so I can Q again here. I did and got my damage off. I still have E up. I'm kind of waiting it till I can knock him up. Do I get it? I did get it. And then I get a little auto there. My autos don't do a ton, but you can see each little bit is taking his health down. I also have this ring of fire around me. That's one of my items. It's called Sunfire. It does damage when I stand near him. It's good for tanks because you can see my damage is really low. At this point, it's done 311 damage to him. Okay. We're fighting. I knock him off his thing. Now that I know he's knocked off his mount, I call my ult. It is in 2 paths. It rams down that way. It didn't hit him on the first path, but I then redirect it and knock him up. It puts a brittle proc on him, which means I can knock him up again. That's that blue mark above him. I get my Q off. He remounts and gets his health bar. I know I didn't explain how he gets the remount. I can explain that in a second. He gets it, though. And then I flash away. He starts autoing a minion for some reason. I flash away because he was going to pull me back if I didn't get outside his radius. I then look back and knock him up on the thing I previously created, get another auto off and a grass proc, use my Bellows Breath, but he avoids the very last little bit if I angled it a little bit further up, I think I would have got this kill. He uses his ult, which makes him unstoppable, and he runs away. That was a pretty sick fight. I can be even more obnoxious, and now that you've watched it once, didn't really know what was going on, watched it once with me in hella slow speed. Let's go back to full speed, watch it again, and see if it feels different than the first time. So I'm just going to be quiet and let you watch. Pretty sick. Okay. You know, you'd think it would end there, but look how low he is that he's staying. Alright, I'm too greedy. So I knock him off, and I drop the tower aggro because he was hitting me, and now the chase down. He's very slow when he's dismounted, but he can push himself back. I see my teammate could be coming, but I don't realize he's actually going bot, and then all of a sudden I see his Yasuo. That was, okay, it lit up everyone on the map. Because TFL, I'll get to it later. Yasuo is throwing me down. Look how low I am, and my health is just not going down. I thought I was for sure dead. I figured I'd just be kind of annoying. But oh my gosh, it looks like I'm out. But I used my dash before he threw his tornado. I should have used the dash to dodge the tornado, and I think I might have gotten out if I did that. So I honestly played it super well, except for at the end there. I just thought, I don't know, for sure I was dead, and then I actually lived for so freaking long. The little eye above everyone that made you see everyone for a split second, even the enemies, was Twisted Fate's ultimate. He gets to do that and then portal wherever he wants. We've seen that before in Pro. But he went and helped out bot, and I think they got kills instead of helping me. That's good. I just wasn't sure in the moment. And honestly, probably would have done it again because I'm pretty sure I killed the Kled before all that happened, and it just feels great to get a solo kill on your laner. It's just, that's why you play the game. So I do that again every single time. He went to my team. I know we're not watching it, and when I was playing the game, my camera was down on them, and just like I was watching them while I was walking up. Basically to try to assess what is most valuable for me to use my time. Do I run that way and try to help with the fight, or if they're either not going to fight or they win without me, should I just take resources up on the top side? It looked like they weren't going to fight, and then it looked like they won without me, and so I just said, you know what, I'm going to shove in the minions, and then I'm going to start doing some tower damage because we have a huge lead. Let's press it as far as we can. Honestly, it's insane to me that it's only a 2k lead, because when I watched this in Pro, it doesn't feel like too big of a lead at 2K. This game felt literally unlosable. Like, that's insane to me. I mean, it's 2.5K now, but I've been playing this like with some real big dick energy, but we did not have that much of a lead. I'm above him really by only 1K, which is actually not that much. I'll explain this. So this is total gold earned. Nice, there's a little tooltip. Okay, so this is gold earned, and this left number is gold in my pocket. So basically you subtract those numbers to get how much power I'm actually on, which his number is 39, and mine is 4K. So at this moment, we're essentially have the exact same items, or the amount of gold, which is kind of crazy. But now that I spent, I'm 2K ahead, and this item, I guess, costs less than that because I am an entire one ahead. It says it sells for $18.90, so it probably, I don't know, is maybe 1,000 more than that ish, 600 more. Doesn't matter. Items are not what we're going to focus on. Basically, I'm texting them. I'm super strong. It might have shown up in the chat. I don't know. And saying like, let's kill him. Let's fight. I'm so strong. Let's take every objective on the map we can, and then if they come and try to stop us, we go fight them and kill them. Because we can't just run at them because they'll run away, but we can take resources that will entice them into a fight where we can kill them. That's basically how the game strategy works. So we're taking this resource. This resource is the dragon. It's a neutral objective, as you know. I bet I can click on it and it'll tell me some information about it. Oh, we already killed it. Never mind. Owlstar flashes in. We're running. I'm walking up. It looks like they have her, so I kind of like look like I'm just chasing the bottom person, because if I just chased right at the top person, she would have run away. So like your body language honestly communicates a lot. She was trying to like get aggressive and see if she could mess with me, so she walked way too close, and then you can see my Graves ended up killing her right there. I'm doing that same calculation of like, is it more valuable for me to chase her down with Graves, or is it more valuable for me to just come back and take resources? I think one of my strengths is like, it's not as fun to just go back and take resources, but when I'm no longer needed, I use all the time that my team gives me. And so I don't waste like 5 seconds with Graves running down and then end up not getting the tower for it. Here I get a little aggro. I did a nice little unstoppable layer on his tornado, which would have knocked me up. I'm just sitting there tanking. I should have probably tanked 1 or 2 more. Right there, TF gets aggro and he gets knocked up. We're a little unfortunate. We go 1 for 1. Right there, we essentially had a 5v1 on mid. There's no world where we should let that go. That's my bad for dropping the tower aggro 1 or 2 shots early. Tower aggro means tower aggression. It's who is the tower targeting and doing a ton of damage to with every shot. It pulses like twice a second or something while you're diving people underneath it. Okay, here I'm like so low, but I'm trying to get my abilities off. And then boom. I mean, I didn't flash like a specific ability, but I got out of there. My team is losing. Here was a bit of a throw. It was quite unfortunate. People are getting a little mad in the chat. Honestly, that was probably partly on me. It looks like they failed a surrender vote that was happening during that fight. So we always joke about this, of like when you throw like that, it's that you like stop the surrender vote, you know? You keep them in the game. And truly, we just watched that. Surrender vote failed for Red Team 3-0. It needs 4 to pass. I guarantee you, if we didn't throw them a couple kills there, they always FF. Because I was wondering, why are we still in this game? And that's why. It's because, you know, we let them have some objective bounties. We let them get some kills. I went a little aggressive. We kind of got fucked for it, but this guy greeds. Boom. It's exactly what I was saying. I kind of know how many resources I can get and when to back off. That guy did not know when to back off. He could have easily gotten out, and I don't know, he wanted a couple more minions first, and I got like 300 or 400 gold from it. So they're finally starting to claw their way back in, and then I immediately come back and just kill them. So I've still just got 2 complete items. You can see I've got a 300 gold bounty on me on the scoreboard. At this point, I'm trying to decide, am I more valuable in the mid lane with my team, or am I more valuable in the bot lane to try to push out that lane and take resources in the lane? I walked all the way here. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't get anything, because he could have stunned her and we could have killed her. So then I soak up some of the gold and resources from his minions before I make my long, slow, sad walk back down here. Okay, on the minimap, you can see Graves is fighting. We can see, look at his health bar on the left and right. It looks like York's health bar is going down way faster. My team's looking okay. They killed him. I'm starting to dash up there. I'm starting to walk up there. I'm worried about Kled using his ult to join. Kled showed up on my... I'm looking at the minimap right now. Kled showed up on my minimap, and so I knew he was walking over there. I was worried about my team getting flanked by him, especially because we just all died. Someone's pinging. Switz's Fate is pinging for assistance in the mid lane. I want to make sure this Yasuo just doesn't get to push out and take these resources for free, because he gets really scary with a bunch of resources. So I'm starting to fight him. I'm saying, I'm way stronger than you. You can't just take those. The reason I can't ult right now is one of his abilities is called Wind Wall. It will block my ult, so I have to wait for him to use it. He used it right there to block TF stun. I'm still holding on to ult. I'm kind of greeting for it. I say, okay, let's stop greeting. I just want to make sure he's dead. But I also redirected that ult onto Senna in a cool way. I walked over here because I knew Owlstar might fuck up and push her over the wall. I was there to catch her. I felt like right there that it was just a really good sequence, mostly good sequence for me. I'm going to back it up and we'll go through it slowly. So it was good for me. We'll go. It was good for me to fight him here and not let him just get resources for free, especially because like we have pretty good vision on the map. I guess we know they're not topside, so I actually know they're all coming here because we have good vision topside. So I don't. Maybe I could play this a little aggro, but whatever. We have a big gold lead. I want to maximize that and not just let them get their way back into the game. So I have a good little combo there on him. I'm not using my ult because he can win wallet. Basically, it can block that little ram that comes for some reason. It's weird that they chose that it works that way. Kind of annoying, but whatever. Interesting interaction. I get a good little knock up there off my ability. He win walls the stun. You can see the card goes into the win wall, disappears. That's why that ability is insane. Here I'm saying, oh, I could just ult him and kill him. I look at my minimap though, and I honestly kind of didn't. I just figured people were going to be coming soon. I didn't have the wherewithal in the moment to look at the minimap, even though we can see them all from the Twisted Fate ult. And I just say, all right, I'm not going to greed to just like use my ult. And honestly, I didn't need it. But what was kind of cool here is I realized I fucked up, and I redirected it back at Senna, which she was not expecting that. Took her off guard. If we CC her right there, we actually just 100 to 0, which means we do her whole health bar before she can move again. And so it was good for her to flash. But because I redirected it there, I got her flash out, which is actually really big on a champion like that. It just means she's a sitting duck now. Where I see all... This is what I'm saying about I know where I should be. That's the most valuable. I say, we already have a shit ton of people to the left. If she somehow gets to the right, even though I literally just saw her flash, I want to be there. Boom. How does she get to the right? Alistar pushes her. Right now, Graves and Ashe don't have flash, so they wouldn't be able to get over that wall. And Graves isn't even over there. It's just fate. So, basically, if I didn't stand right there, she might have just gotten out because Alistar accidentally pushed her over the wall. So I'm tooting my own horn a lot here, but that's what this is for. I like had the foresight to be like, I'm just gonna go walk over to the right, just in case something crazy happens. Something crazy did happen. I was there, helped secure the kill. That's why like top laners don't get a lot of love, so you have to learn how to celebrate yourself. It's a very not flashy role. Like that was my big outplay. The fact that I walked to the right of the wall, like. People don't get super excited about that. When you're a top laner, it's exciting because you like know you have to think like that. Anyway, AD carry is usually the one getting all the kills and all the glory and all the outplays. So you gotta take it where you can get it. Here, I'm gonna bring it back to full speed. All right, we see. All right, how much resource can we get? That's my demolish proc. It's a rune. Basically, just gives me a big damage bonk on the tower about once a minute. Here I'm building an item either for me or Ashe. It was for me. Yeah, it was for me. You can see something just went in my inventory. Ashe is probably thinking, oh, he's giving me an Ornn item. I wasn't actually. I need to be level 14. There, we're not really synced up in our abilities. He ends up getting away. She uses her ult, which stuns him. I'm pinging I don't have my ult and wait for it. And then Alistar flashes in, knocks him away. He lives so long every time. How does he live this long? He gets a nice double knock up on us, ults it, and then but boom, we have this is called hitting him with your wallet. We're way too ahead for him to be able to do that. So truly any fight we take is a good one. But that's how they like get back. And then another surrender vote failed. I mean none of us died there, so I don't know why. I don't know who's holding him hostage in this game. If they get one more vote. I think it's like because they were all flaming, and so the Kled probably was like anger saying no. How do I turn off their pings? Because I kind of want to keep our pings, but not their pings. They're pinging things that I don't really care about. I'll figure it out later. Not on the recording. Nothing's going on. Yeah, no, okay. I'm not going to do it. Anyways, I'm saying, I'm typing here, like, let's play around Baron, which is the neutral objective on the top left. It is this guy. I'm not really using the mouse because if I click, it messes with the camera, and I don't want to have to keep fixing it because I know I'm going to click. I just need to learn the keyboard shortcut for, like, Yeah, okay, I think I did it. Cool. Because if I do this... Oh, no, it's vision. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I can change this, but it doesn't change the camera. Whatever. I guess it's good to know. So I can check cooldowns of everyone. My cooldowns, Graves cooldowns, his cooldowns, Ash cooldowns, Alistar. Alright. All mine are up. I'm looking top. I'm looking mid. We're trying to figure out what we do here. I call in my ult. I get a little knock up. We're doing centered on me, so you can't really see the fight. We end up killing him there. How about I back it up? I'll back it up a little bit more and do directed camera. Alright, let's just watch everyone's POV like it's pro. We see them, we see they're in the area, my team is pinging. Okay, let's go in. I think from here on out we just do directed camera. It looks like there's a fight in bot side. Truly didn't even know this was going on. Kled is kind of kicking his ass. Twisted Fate gold cards him. Okay, Ash Arrow miss. Then we have Seraphine going in the bush. Ornn comes in. I knock Senna up. It looks like Seraphine flashed the ult. We go ahead and kill her. Oh, Twisted Fate's back down. Kled's diving him. He's almost got him, but Twisted Fate got around the back of the tower in time. Yasuo is pushing mid lane. We're being worried about that. Hopefully. He's just going ahead and take it. We're pinging Baron. Twisted Fate backed for it. He's using his ult to teleport there. He gets there. He's damaging Yasuo. He's hurting him. He's hurting him. He does not get it. We are doing pretty slow on the Baron. Twisted Fate's pissed, so he's running down Yasuo in the bush. Yasuo is probably out. Yeah, Yasuo is looking out. I am looking, do I teleport now? I could have honestly teleported that tower to save it, but I wasn't sure if Twisted Fate could handle it. I figured I'd just let him try. He was unsuccessful. I still feel like I made the right call because then I can teleport and save the bot tower. You notice that my team all backed. I did not. I just teleport down here. I'm good to go because they're going back to buy and heal. I'm already full health and full mana because I'm Ornn, and he's a monster who never needs to go back to Fountain. Like, when's the last time you saw me back that wasn't on death? Truly couldn't tell you. And I just built either myself or I just upgraded TF's Rod of Ages Masterwork. That means it's an Ornn item, and you see the cute little logo in the bottom right. All right, we're back at a fight. I'm going to back it up a little bit. We'll go directed camera. All right, so right here, let's pause it. We've got a gold lead of 7k. We've got Baron. This little purple buff. Let's highlight. Baron. This unit has the favor of Baron Natural and has the following bonuses. Empowered Recall. That just means I get to back in 4 seconds instead of 8 seconds. We have increased attack damage and ability power. That means whether you do magic damage or physical damage, you do more of it. And nearby ally minions are vastly enhanced. When you see them go all purple, that's what that means. So let's go in on the minions. Things are getting exciting. Let's take it down. They are level 13. I have no idea what that means. They have 919 health. I mean, I know what it means. It means they're level 13, but no one ever talks about the level of the minions. They level up over time, but you get stronger way faster than they do, which means they're kind of comparable in scariness, like a whole wave of them to you in level 1. And by the end of the game, they literally don't matter. Not that they don't matter, but they could never kill me. Truly, I would kill them first if I just sit there and let them attack me. Because Thornmail, when it gives me 350 health, 70 armor, when struck by an attack, deals 62 magic damage to the attacker and apply Grievous Wounds for 3 seconds. Grievous Wounds, I can shift to hold more info. I guess not. Oh, I fucked up. Okay, we're back. Grievous Wounds means reduces the amount that the enemy heals. Whether, yeah, all the sources of healing doesn't matter. So, and it gives you stats on how much damage is done throughout the entire game so far, which is really cool. I can't point because I'm hovering, but that first line is Thorn damage to champions. That's that reflecting damage if they attack me. How much healing have I reduced? it's 235 and enemy regen reduced. Basically, the reason they break it down is like certain champs. Healing is like stuff they do when they're fighting me, and regen is like stuff they do out of combat when they're not fighting me. So because it lasts for 3 seconds, sometimes they have out of combat stuff that kicks in when you walk away, where like maybe they would heal a lot afterward. Not only does it's saying not only does it reduce their healing in the combat, it also reduces it for 3 seconds, even if that out of combat healing kicks in. Honestly, these numbers are not that impressive. This was kind of a tangent where I started explaining how Thorn Mail works, but whatever, you gotta learn about items eventually. This is my like main item, is the one I built first. It was the one I upgraded as a masterwork item with that Ornn logo. And those numbers are orange or red or whatever you want to call it because they've been increased because it is my special passive. I'm a blacksmith. These are one of my special armor items that I created. Ornn is a blacksmith. It's, yeah, whatever. Emily is basically is that ring of fire around me. Let's look at me. You can't tell right now, but there's a ring of fire around me. And it does damage to people. And it's dealt 1850 to damage to champs, so it's been doing a lot. I've also had it for longer, so that goes into it for sure. Cool. I don't know why I started to go into all that depth, but we did time check. We are 41 minutes in. Holy shit. Ain't nobody listening to this for this long. Especially because I have music playing in my headphones right now, but when I tested it pre-recording, the music didn't really come across. I think you can kind of hear it quietly. I hope it doesn't drive you crazy this entire time. And yeah, anyways. Um if I am talking to anyone, welcome. You are a true friend. I don't know how you made it this long. I hope you feel like you've learned something. Let's just watch the rest of this game at full speed because I think it's actually about over. I think, yeah. Oh yeah, this is the final play. We're gonna go directed camera. I'm gonna zoom out. We're diving them. I don't know why they're sticking around. It's kind of ridiculous to think they can. Alistar gets an insane 3-man knockup, and we just wipe all 3 of them. And right here, we're pushing for the end. You can see Kled and Yasuo have just gone. We called anger pushed other lanes because they're done with the game, I guess. And now the game's over because they forfeited. We were going to push and win anyway. Not as satisfying to not like that's to not get to explode the Nexus. That's kind of why people FF. Also because saves everyone time. But um, my computer's a little frozen. Okay, here we're back. Sometimes my computer freezes when it. Oh, did we freeze again? Yeah, we did. Okay, I think we're back. Cool. We're looking at the what you see after you complete a game. A lot going on here. Basically, I went up in rank because it was ranked, and I played well, and my team played well. You have little challenges that carry over. Here's my nice, beautiful champion portrait. It gave me an S, which is the highest grade. So clearly, I played well, which is why we are talking about it. My computer keeps freezing, so I pause my music. Yeah. The last thoughts. Damage dealt to champions. Look at that. Look at that. Most on my team. Grapes was very, very close. Most in the whole game. From your boy, the tank. Thanks for watching. I don't know if anyone watched this far, but I hope you learned something. That was a very fun game of ranked for me. I selfishly wanted to relive it a little bit and see some of the highlights. I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute thing. Holy shit, am I streaming? Whoop. I was actually trying to record. It turns out I am streaming. Now I can see chat. Lol. Was I not recording this whole time? Oh, fuck. Well, I don't actually know if my chat is in here still. There was someone chatting to me apparently. There's no timestamps, so I don't know how long ago. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop streaming. I'm going to honestly be really sad if this whole thing didn't record because I hit stream instead of record. We'll see. Okay. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.